They called it the greatest archaeological discovery in history. But it came with a price no one was ready to pay. In 1922, deep beneath the sands of the Valley of the Kings, Howard Carter uncovered the tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy pharaoh. It was supposed to be a triumph for science. But what followed became one of the most terrifying legends ever recorded, the curse of Tutankhamun's tomb. For years, Carter searched the valley, funded by his patron, Lord Carnarvon, a wealthy English nobleman obsessed with Egypt's mysteries. Most experts thought Carter was wasting his time. The tombs had been looted centuries ago, nothing was left to find. Then, on November 4th, 1922, one of his workers found a stone step buried beneath the sand. Carter dug further, uncovering a sealed doorway marked with the royal cartouche of Tutankhamun, a name history had almost forgotten. Behind that door was something untouched for over 3,000 years. Carter sent a telegram to Lord Carnarvon, "At last we have made a wonderful discovery." Together they returned to the site. Torches flickered as they broke through the final seal, and through the narrow hole Carter peered inside. When asked what he saw, he whispered, "Yes, wonderful things. Gold, jewels, statues, and artifacts unlike anything the world had ever seen. But among the treasures lay something else. A warning." On the entrance of the burial chamber was an inscription written in ancient hieroglyphs. "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the king's peace." Carter laughed it off. But history would prove the warning was real. A few months later, Lord Carnarvon was bitten by a mosquito on his cheek. The wound became infected, and within days he died of blood poisoning. At the exact moment of his death, all the lights in Cairo reportedly went out. And back in England, his dog howled once and dropped dead. The newspapers went wild. "The curse of the pharaoh strikes!" screamed the headlines, but this was only the beginning. Over the next few years, several members of Carter's team met bizarre and sudden deaths. George J. Gould, a visitor to the tomb, died of a high fever shortly after. Aubrey Herbert, Carnarvon's half-brother, died mysteriously after going blind. Hugh Evelyn White, another archaeologist, took his own life, leaving behind a note that read, "I have succumbed to a curse." By 1930, it was said that more than 20 people connected to the tomb had died under strange circumstances. Even those who handled the artifacts in museums complained of nightmares, seeing golden eyes watching them in the dark. And what of Howard Carter himself, the man who opened the tomb? For years he denied the curse, calling it nonsense. He continued his work, cataloging every artifact carefully, but those who knew him said he changed. He became isolated, paranoid. He refused to talk about the tomb. In his later journals, there were strange entries. "Sometimes when the night is quiet, I hear footsteps in the sand. They stop outside my tent." And breathe. Carter died in 1939 of natural causes at age 64. The curse, it seemed, spared him, but left him haunted until the end. Nearly a century later, modern scans of Tutankhamun's tomb revealed hidden rooms, chambers still unexplored. Radiation detectors recorded abnormal readings. Magnetometers picked up faint magnetic pulses deep in the rock. Some researchers believe it's a natural phenomenon. Others think something ancient still guards the tomb. When a team tried to reopen the sealed door in 2019, one of the workers collapsed on site. His final words were recorded by a colleague. He's still here. Whether the curse is real or not, one thing is certain: every person who stepped into Tutankhamun's tomb carried something back with them. A shadow, a silence, a sense of being watched. Maybe it wasn't just a curse. Maybe it was a warning, and from a king who died young, betrayed, and buried with rage still burning beneath the sand. As the ancient inscription said, "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the king's peace." And perhaps it still does.